crooked. I am using a new tripod that I have, and I never known it to be crooked. And I tried adjusting. Oh, I think I know why. Maybe not. I thought maybe it was my little light thing because I had it on one side, but it didn't fix it when I put it on the other side. I'm sorry. I don't know what else to do. Nothing much has been going on. As you know, my life is boring. It's pretty boring. I went by and saw a friend of mine in the position I had before this one, and same business, but different areas now since I got promoted. I really miss her. I miss her. And it felt like a familiarity. I shocked myself. That's a big word. I said it. When I seen her again, and I miss her so much. I don't know she feels the same. She acts like it, but I mean, sometimes you just never know, right? I woke up the other night, and it might have even been sometime early morning before the sun got up. I woke up, and as some of you know, I got a backdrop. One side is white, the other side is black. And I have it kind of in my bedroom doorway because I cannot find a place for it, because I don't want to take it all down and then put it all back up again and then repeat. So I kind of got it wedged against my bedroom doorway. But when I'm in bed and I'm looking out, all I see is the black. But I woke up the other night I should say, and I saw a white figure standing in the doorway. And it was just standing there. I don't know for sure if it looked human, because it's really hard to tell when all you see is a form, solid white. It didn't move or anything, and I'm looking at it, and my first thought was, oh, that's the backdrop. I'm seeing the white side of it. And so I laid back down and went to sleep. And the next day, I was thinking about it, and that night, I went to bed and saw the black, and I'm like, no, that was actually a entity that was all white standing in my doorway. I had said out loud, because I'm thinking, what if they cannot hear my thoughts? I'm pretty sure they do, but just in case. So I said out loud, please come and communicate with me. I'm not afraid. Just come and talk to me. And it was around that time, maybe a day before or after, whichever, I don't know, that I seen it. And usually when I make eye contact, not always, but sometimes they will leave. This one didn't. It just kind of stood there like it was trying to see if I was scared or not, which kind of makes sense and kind of doesn't make sense, because the other entities that I've seen, not all of them, like 2% of them, which are the little spider creatures, which are not spiders, by the way. A lot of people freak out when I say spiders because there's bad spider entities. These aren't really spiders. They just kind of look like big, fat, furry spiders, but they're not. So when I make eye contact with them, they leave. Matter of fact, I think I seen one last night. It's coming to me now. That's really weird. I was trying to slit my eyes, trying to fool it to see if it would know. You know, my eyes, or her eyes are closed, so we're going to stay. But they never do. It's like they know. And I know they hear my thoughts. But it was black and had red lights on it. They always have red lights on it. And I think they're continuous. I don't think they blink at all. And I remember thinking, you know, that's cool. But it was hard to see through my eyelashes and everything. But it's so funny how they know that I'm still awake and I'm still watching them, because they will continue to leave. And sometimes they do not come back on track. So with some entities, meaning those, I think those are the only ones. No, I had another entity come to me in a white form, and it left as soon as I rolled over and looked at it. It shot through the roof, and I've talked about that one before. But this one just kind of stood there, like it was testing me to see if I was scared or not. That's my impression I got. But those were the only ones that I can remember offhand right now that would leave when I seen them. All the other entities that I seen, ETs and humans, at least the few that I saw that I thought were human, could be human or not, I don't know. They looked like it, but there's also ETs that look human. But the others just stayed. And talking about that, I don't know why he just popped in my head. And I could still see him plain as day. And I talked briefly about him on one of my videos, but I will talk to you again about him because it's been a while, and some of you probably don't know who I'm speaking of. I woke up one night, and I was on my left side, as always, and I opened my eyes, and there's this man looking down at me beside my bed, and he was all like gold and brown. His clothes were they were all shades of brown, but I clearly could make out every detail about him. It was gold, brown, tan, dark brown, light brown, things like that. He had circular glasses on, heavy hooded eyes, the big, thick mustache. He reminded me of an 1800s guy era. And he's got the vest, and he's got the suit jacket over it. And I want to say, clear as day, I could see the chain in the pocket. I'm sure it was for the stopwatch kind of thing. And he's looking down at me because he was taller than my bed, of course. And as soon as I seen him for a few seconds, maybe like 5 seconds. And then he dissolved into all those colors, and it looked kind of like scattered ash, big chunks of ash. And then when he seen that I wasn't scared, he came back. And I'm sitting there looking at him, and he kind of looks like he's smiling, but it's hard to tell because his mustache was big and thick. Mouse was rubbing her face on my stand. But I waved at him, and he just stood there just looking at me, all pleasant and peaceful. And then I think I went to sleep. I don't remember any much more than that. Any much more, whatever. That was a very pleasant one. So I want to also discuss this, in which I know I have kind of touched on it off and on, but these are 2 ETs that I've seen that are just like the movies. Just like the movies. The Predator and Alien. And it's funny because the movies tend to blend together. And I seen these 2 entities together like they were friends. So pay attention to these movies that have a discussion of these ET characters in them, because, as I've said before, these directors know something, or screenwriters, whatever you want to call them. Whoever comes up with these ideas, they know something. I'm telling you. And I say that because I know, because I've seen them. And I'm not going to sit here and make that up. War of the Worlds, there's ETs just like that. Just like that. And I know there's another one, and I can't think of it right now. Oh, Jupiter Ascending. I think it's called Ascending, Jupiter Ascending. What, you know what I'm going, you know what that is. It's got Mila Jovovich, no, not Mila Jovovich, Ashton Kutcher's wife, Channing Tatum, in it. The reptiles in it exist, and I can't remember the characters, but the certain characters in that exist. Not lying. And also in Moonfall, they don't show the extraterrestrials, but they show things that the extraterrestrials that I know do. As in, they're like miracle workers. In the movie, on Moonfall, it shows them in the moon, inside the moon, which actually exists. You can go inside the moon. It's like a hub for ETs, kind of. Like a place to rest in between going places. But the actors that went into the moon, their ship stopped. They had no oxygen. Well, they passed out, and the ETs gave them oxygen. and were able to move an unconscious man from the ship into another room. How they did that, I don't know. They talked about certain things. This one, I didn't even know if it was an ET. I'm sure it was an ET. I'm going everywhere because I'm excited. The actor, was in the room after he awoke. He had breathing. He finally started breathing. And it was like a film. I can't remember what you call it. It's like projection. And it was of his son. And his son was talking to him, but it was the ET playing to be him talking through him. And I had a dream like that. My sister came to me, but did not look like my sister. And she was telling me I needed to forgive my stepdad for me and him. And they do come to you like that. They truly do. They come to you as somebody that you trust, and they will talk to you, so you will not be scared, because they do not want to scare you at all. Watch your movies of ETs and know that everyone that I've seen are accurate. Every one of them. Except I'm kind of iffy about something of the fourth kind. I'm really dumbfounded on these titles right now. But it's of a therapist hypnotizes certain clients that she has that has been abducted, and or they go through their body and become paralyzed. I don't know if that actually exists. I don't know. I wouldn't think so, but there's some malevolent ETs out there, so I don't know. I wanted to share this with you. I know it's kind of a repeat of what I've done before, but I'm sure that there's a few of you on here that have not heard these stories. I also want to say that things have been going on in my apartment, and Mouse notices them. She will look around after hearing certain things, and that leads me to believe that, yeah, there's something going on. And she acts scared. So I don't know what's going on. I might have to ask my star family to do a cleaning at some point, and I will too. Oh, yeah, I'll have to do that. I can tell you for a fact that while I'm at work, they do come in my apartment. What they do, I don't know. And how do I know that? Because there are certain ETs that I can smell. There are certain scents, and I smell bad and good. But these scents I'm familiar with, which are good. There are times where I come home and open the door and just barely walk in, and I could smell them. And when they were doing that in the past, it was quite often. And so when I first got this apartment, it had a bad smell. It was like a musky, like moldy laundry kind of thing. I have got where I took care of that, putting coffee grounds in various places. So I don't smell that smell anymore, but I smell the good ETs. And I've often wondered, what are they doing in my apartment? Are they sweeping it? Not sweeping literally, but are they, I'll say, cleaning it with good energy, getting rid of bad energy? I'm not sure. I don't know. I can ask them again if they would do that. They did it without me telling them before, so I smelled them here the other day. So maybe they are trying to clean it up. I don't know. But I need to do my part. We all have to do our part. So I'm going to end this here. I love you guys tremendously, and I'm going to send you all love, light, and peace. Bye.